Welcome. My name is Don Michaels. I am the director of the University Honors Program. On behalf of the honors faculty and staff, I would like to welcome you to our Fall 2015 recognition ceremony, which marks the 58th year of the honors program. Today's ceremony is a time for us to celebrate and to take pride in the accomplishments of this extraordinary graduating class. At this time, I want to introduce the members of the Platform Party, the Faculty Honors Council, and the honors faculty. I will ask each person to rise and remain standing through the introductions. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Diane Burton, Assistant Director, University Honors Program. Dr. Robert Lawrence, guest speaker. Dr. Alan Lamborn, Associate Provost for Educational Attainment. The Honors Faculty Council serves as the program's advisory committee for courses and program of study. It consists of representatives from the 8 colleges and the university libraries and has a student representative. The members of that council are Candace Tsai, Jane Stewart, Ruth Huffbauer, Rob Sika, David McPhee, Margarita Lenk, Carmen Manoni, Kelly Long, Wim Bohm, and Stuart Cottrell. The heart and soul of the honors program are the faculty who teach the seminars in the honors curriculum. The members of the honors faculty are Chris Becker, Autumn Bernhardt, Ellen Brinks, Mark Brown, Carl Burkhart, Jerry Callahan, Lee Cooper, Stuart Cottrell, Chuck Elkins, Mary Elkins, Kevin Foskin, Francie Glissenfer, Aparna Galapudi, Rose Henschel, Dana Hogue, Keith Jaggers, Jen Kravchuk, Melinda Latourie, Kelly Long, Anne-Marie Merlin, William Timpson, and Pam von Knaus. Let us recognize these leaders. Thank you. You may be seated. All honors students must complete a senior honors thesis. The student works closely with a faculty advisor, usually over a period of 2 semesters and often longer. Our students would agree that their success is due largely to the dedication of faculty in mentoring our students. Would the honors thesis advisors please stand and be recognized? Thank you very much. Our guest speaker today is Dr. Bob Lawrence. Bob is Professor Emeritus in the Department of Political Science. Bob's expertise is in the area of national security. Before joining the CSU faculty in 1971, Bob served as an Air Force intelligence officer and as a national security analyst at the Hudson Institute and the Stanford Research Institute. During his 37-year tenure at CSU, he was an active member of the honors program, teaching honors courses and mentoring dozens of honors students on their theses. Bob is the recipient of several teaching awards and was recognized by the honors students as Honors Prof of the Year in 1978. Bob now teaches in CSU's Osher Adult Education Program and continues to serve the honors program as thesis advisor. He brings a wealth of experience and knowledge, and we are pleased to have him with us today. Please welcome Dr. Lawrence to the podium.
I have some artifacts here. It takes me a minute to get them here. I'm from the old school, and it takes me just a minute to get my clicker turned on here. There we go, red light. Now, I have a wide-ranging audience here, but my address today are for the students over there, the honors students of 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, have you opened that envelope yet? Okay, just hang on to it. It's really quite a privilege to be here today because I'm the only person in the whole wide world that has a audience out there that's going to listen to my every word. So I'm anxious to get going. Now in about 22 minutes, maybe 23 minutes, each one of you will be walking across this stage, and you'll be given a medallion there to signify that you've completed a most impressive job that you started about 4 years ago, maybe a little bit longer if you've been on the 5-year plan. And, oh, wait a minute, let's hear it for our graduate. Can you join me? Now, I've just mentioned you've completed an important job, but my words with you this afternoon relate to another job, which you may hold for the rest of your life if you accept what I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'm going to recruit you for this other job, and what I'm going to do here is tell you 3 stories, 2 of which you probably haven't heard before because they're 2,500 years old. Then I'll mention a book and a movie that no doubt you will understand because you saw it. I'll show you 2 cartoons, and then we'll conclude with a couple of comments from John F. Kennedy, President of the United States. You're probably, at least the young people in the audience, pretty familiar, I think, with the Lord of the Rings. And you can read what it says there. The dark and fearsome ringwalks were searching for a hobbit. Frodo Baggins knew that they were seeking him and the ring, again the ring he bore, the ring of power that would enable evil Sauron to destroy all that was good in Middle-earth. Now it's up to Frodo and his faithful servant Sam, with a small band of companions, to carry the ring to the one place it could be destroyed, Mount Doom, in the very center of Sauron's dark kingdom. And that's how the Lord of the Rings began. Now, excessive greed and abuse of power isn't like a ring that you can throw into a volcano and get rid of it. We humans have to figure out more basic constraints, and so let me continue here a little bit further. I've got a third story to tell you. This also is from Plato, and this is the story of E-R. Was a Greek warrior, and he was slain in battle. And the deceased were strewn around the battlefield for several days. There was a hot sun in the eastern Mediterranean, and all the bodies started to decay except His body looked fresh, as if he weren't dead. And in fact, he wasn't dead. He arose from the dead and talked to his fellow Greeks and said, you know, I've been on a journey the last few days, and I want to tell you this journey because it'll be very meaningful to you. He didn't use the term heaven, and he didn't use the term hell. Instead, he pointed up and he pointed down. And he said, on this short journey of mine, for a while I went up. And when I was up, I saw Greeks that I had known before who had passed away, had died. And these people were living a very enjoyable life because while they were alive, they treated their fellow Greeks with dignity and compassion. No excessive greed, no abuse of power. And that was their reward. Then he said, you know, I went down. And I saw other Greeks there during the lifetime. They had not treated their fellow citizens with compassion or with respect, and they were paying for it the rest of for eternity. So then says to all the Greeks surrounding him, who are in awe because he came back from the dead, he said, let this be a lesson to you, that those of you who read my lips and follow my suggestions here and lead a good life, you'll get a reward. The others will obviously be punished. And it turns out to this day, 2015, December 18th, all the great religions, Christendom, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam, all have in their teachings this message that if you do the right thing towards your fellow citizens, there will be rewards. And if you don't, you'll be punished. Now, some of you are religious and some of you are not, But Plato did the best he could to try and constrain excessive greed and abuse of power through religion. But religion itself isn't enough. Now let's go on here a little bit further. I've been talking about this ring, Plato and Tolkien. That's kind of dated. Let's use a modern metaphor here, which is a guided missile, if this thing will work. There we go. Now note on the far right, there's some really bright people, probably honors graduates from American universities, just as you are. And you can tell they're bright because they've built some really high technology there. There's some advanced radar and some other electronic materials there. Look, they're all looking outside the country. See, they're all looking that way. And what they're concerned about, these bright people with all their high technology, they're concerned about external threats to the United States. And they're probably concerned about Islamic terrorism. They're probably concerned about the threat from Putin's Russia, which some time ago invaded Ukraine, and they're now in Syria. I imagine those people are concerned about President Xi of China. They're building artificial islands in the South China Sea for the Chinese Navy, where they have no right to be. They're probably also rightly concerned about economic competition to the United States. So they're doing a good job, what they're supposed to do, but notice what's coming on the other side of the cartoon there. Low underneath the radar is coming excessive greed and abuse of power. What do we do about that? Oops. There we go. I have a brick here. Big solid brick. Get back to the mic. Big brick here. When I was teaching honors classes, I'd take this little lecture and expand it for 50 minutes, which, don't worry, I'm not going to do here. But I had classes which Don limited it to about 20 people, so I'd take them a brick, give each of the students a brick. Well, this afternoon, I don't have 50 bricks to give each one of you, so I'm just holding it up to make a point. So what we're talking about here is you need to build a wall. You see, we're protected from our external threats by all these bright people and high technology, nuclear weapons and all of that, but we need an internal wall to protect us from internal threats like excessive greed and the abuse of power. And you notice the foundation stone of that wall is the Constitution. The next brick, Bill of Rights. Next brick, the rule of law, which the Constitution supports. Then you have religion, thanks to Plato. Look at the top brick. That's every one of you. Every one of you. And you see what I'm getting at here, in about 10 minutes we'll make the point, that we want you to be responsible American citizens. That's your next job. You've finished this job and you've done a great, let's hear it for them one more time, okay? But I don't want you to get the big head. You still have work to do, and your work, as I've just said, is to be a responsible American citizen. So let's go on and talk about that for just a minute. Now, you have an envelope there, which you're honor students, so I gather you followed my instructions. Would you open it now, please? It doesn't have cash in it, incidentally. Now, there are two items in there. One is this cartoon I have in the wall, which I hope you'll take with you. You know, because you're honor students, you're all going to amount to something. You're going to wield influence. Some of you will acquire wealth. You'll be respected in your various positions and your professions. And so there's a possibility that some of you might engage in excessive greed and abuse of power, and I hope you would prevent that. You're going to be working with others who are not so constrained, and I hope that you will protect the Constitution from their inroads. Now, take out your Constitution, and let's have a couple of quotes here, and I need my glasses to read them. Would you go to page 31, please? Let me read from the preamble to the Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, and watch what I have here underlined, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare. Promote the general welfare. Now remember that. Let's go on a little bit further, page 35. This is Section 1, Article 1, Section 8, and again you see what I have underlined here. This is a responsibility of the Congress of the United States. Provide for the common defense, and again, the general welfare of the United States. But the Congress can't do it all by themselves. They need help from people like you. Now, go over here to page 39. These are the responsibilities of the President of the United States. Down at the bottom, I have it underlined. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Now, that's the oath that the next president will take on the 20th of January, 2017, when he, or perhaps she, raise their hand and take this oath. Now, I don't have a Bible here, and I'm not asking you to take an oath, but I hope in the rest of your life you'll remember this, that you too will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Because you know, I'm not going to give you a poli-sci lecture here, just a couple of minutes. The Constitution is probably the best document ever struck off by men or women to prevent excessive greed and abuse of power. We put a great deal of power in the hands of the federal government, but the Bill of Rights constrains it. We have checks and balances. We have divisions of power. We have the president, the court, the Congress, then you have the federal government and the states, and then we have all the people. And relatively speaking, compared to China or Russia or the Islamic countries or many nations in Africa or South America, we've done pretty well here. So again, I hope you will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution during the rest of your working lives. Now there's one other citation here. How about going over to page 45? 45. You got it? First Amendment. Many of us, ministers, lawyers, politicians, professors, many of us believe that the First Amendment here is the primary distinction between ourselves and many other nations, some of whom are opponents of ours, many of whom are competitors of ours. What does it say? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition government for redress of grievance. In political science, we suggest the First Amendment sets up what we call the marketplace of ideas, where all of you, bright graduates, honors students, plus the families over here, it's our heritage to discuss various ideas which lead to the public policies adopted by the United States. And I'd suggest to you, we've had a few flaws and a few flubs, but by and large here in the United States, we've done pretty well with the marketplace of ideas, as our public policies have in fact served the general purpose of the entire population. You know, a lot of people want to emigrate to the United States. And I'm not going to get into this argument between Ted Cruz and that other fellow, but in my business, we call it the brain drain that favors the United States. Lots and lots of people. And we have some names out there in the audience that aren't Smith or Jones. They're names I can't pronounce that came from somewhere else. So here in the United States, we have the DNA from every place in the world. They've come here because essentially of the type of life that's provided us by the Constitution. And I'm not saying this to be repetitive for silly reasons or because I'm senile, but I do hope you'll preserve, promote, and protect the Constitution of the United States. Now, let's go on here just a little bit further. There we go. John F. Kennedy made these addresses long before any of you were born. I've taken a couple of the most famous. When he was inaugurated, we have that famous statement, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." I have an even better quote down there, second one. This was delivered at the 90th anniversary celebration for Vanderbilt University. And he was talking to students just like you. And as I said before, I don't want you people to get the big head and think that you amount to too much, because then you may stumble and fall. You know, pride goes before a fall. But look what he says here. All Americans must be responsible citizens. And that's the job I've laid out before you for the rest of your life, to be a responsible American citizen. All Americans must be responsible citizens, but some must be more responsible than others. President Kennedy is talking directly to honor students. You've been given quite a bit. You're intelligent. Your families here have supported you. At CSU, you've been given a good education. You have scholarships and fellowships. So isn't it right that society requests more from you than from anybody else? Shouldn't you be more responsible than the ordinary citizen out there? So let me repeat. But some must be more responsible than others. John F. Kennedy talking directly to you. By virtue of their public or private positions, we mentioned before, you people are going to be successful. You'll rise to the top of your various professions because of who you are and what you will become. Their role in the family or community, their prospects for the future, or their legacy of the past. And here's, I hope you remember this one. Increased responsibility goes with increased ability. Now, doesn't that apply directly to each one of you? You've got the ability. I'm telling you, you need to take the responsibility that goes with it. Increased responsibility goes with increased ability. For of those to whom much is given, much is expected. He took that from the Luke, from the Christian Bible. I can't think of a better quote, as I've just said, and I'm repeating it for emphasis. This applies directly to each one of you. Now, I've been to some graduations. I've been to many graduations, as a matter of fact, and people would drone on and on and on, and there'd be little rustlings, and people would want to get underway and get on with your life. Being aware of that, I'm about to conclude here, because we want to put you on your road to success in just a minute. But I hope in years to come, like I say, I can't give you a brick, didn't have 50 of them. I hope you'll keep the Constitution. Note those 4 places that were underlined for you. I hope you'll keep my cartoon. You might even frame it and hang it above your desk. And remember that top brick up there that has YOU. You know, what are you going to do for your country and your fellow citizens? You've been given a lot. You need to give quite a bit back. I think it's time to get these people going, Don, so let's get them graduated. Let me say one other thing. You're clapping here. Let's hear it for America. That's who you want to clap for.
Thank you, Bob. It is an honor having you with us today. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and especially the students, I present you with this plaque recognizing you as our guest speaker today. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to give you a brief history of the University Honors Program. The program began in 1957 under the leadership of Professor Willard O. Eddy. Professor Eddy, his first seminar was on Leo Tolstoy, and it provided a challenging and enriching education for the university's top students. That seminar was a small class and included interdisciplinary approaches and one-on-one interactions among students and faculty. These features continue in the honors program today. The program has grown from 15 students in 1957 to nearly 1,600 students now. In 1957, 7 women were in the program. Women now comprise about 70% of our honors students. The honors curriculum offers 2 integrated programs of study, 60 interdisciplinary seminars, and 200 honors sections. Students must complete the required honors courses and achieve at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA. And this is to receive the Honors Scholar designation. The required honors thesis enables students to engage in a process of discovery and creativity under the mentorship of some of our very best faculty. Honors students have the opportunity to live in our honors residential learning community. Let me give you a profile of this particular class. Although this fall's 74 honors graduates comprise less than 5% of the graduating seniors this semester, our students have earned 21% of the university's Latin Distinction Awards. 4 honor students graduating today earned the Summa Cum Laude distinction, which is awarded to the top 1% of graduating seniors. We also have 9 students earning the Magna Cum Laude distinction and 13 earning Cum Laude distinction. The average GPA of this class is 3.61. I don't think it'll change much after next week. We have 10 double majors. We have 2 students who've completed both honors tracks, and 26 students have completed at least 1 minor. Our graduating seniors have served as honors peer mentors, residence assistants, admissions ambassadors, and student leaders across campus during their years at CSU. So Bob, I think they already have the idea. Where are you, Bob? Oh, okay. So Bob, I think our students already know and have the idea of service. And finally, in spite of their busy schedules, double majors and other responsibilities, they still manage to participate in study abroad at 7 times the rate of non-honor students. Will the fall 2015 honors class please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Now, the moment we all have been waiting for, the awarding of the Honors Medallion. Today's graduates are candidates for university and/or department honors scholar designations. Diane Burton will announce the name, major, and academic distinctions of the graduates. The program describes that you have the 2 honors designations and lists the honors senior thesis title and the faculty advisor of each student. So Diane, you want to come up here?
All right, students will line up to my left here as Judy is helping you do. Dr. Michaels will place the medallion around your neck and you will be congratulated by Dr. Lamborn. You'll be photographed with Dr. Michaels and Dr. Lamborn and then descend the platform to be congratulated by the honors faculty and your thesis advisor. All right, so I guess we're ready. We're going to start with Ben. Benjamin Bongers, University Honors Scholar, Human Development and Family Studies major, Business Administration minor, magna cum laude. I used to say hold your applause until we finish with everybody, but that never happens, and so just feel free. Madison Brandt, University Honors Scholar, Psychology major, General Psychology concentration, Anthropology major with a Cultural Anthropology concentration. Colleen Brentz, Environmental Health Honors Scholar, Environmental Health major, Spanish minor. Elizabeth Bruns, Political Science Honors Scholar, and Willard Eddy, Scholar, Political Science major, and History major, magna cum laude. Christina Burris, Mathematics Honors Scholar, Mathematics major with General Mathematics concentration. Zachary Bush, University Honors Scholar, Music major with Music Education, Performance, and Composition concentrations, summa cum laude. Lauren Elise Cyphers, University Honors Scholar, Journalism and Media Communication major, and Environmental Affairs minor, magna cum laude. Danielle Dawes, Psychology Honors Scholar, Psychology major with General Psychology concentration. Allison Renee Arrett, University Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with Accounting and Computer Information Systems concentrations. Talia Luna Fisher, Music Honors Scholar, Music major with Performance concentration, and Arts, Leadership, and Administration minor, cum laude. Timothy Flaming, University Honors Scholar, Mathematics major with Mathematics Education concentration, cum laude. Katrina Marie Furman, University Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with Marketing and Finance concentrations. Raina Isabel Galvin, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology Honors Scholar, Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology major with Wildlife Biology Conservation or Wildlife Biology concentration. Paul Graham, Business Administration Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with Organization and Innovation Management and Supply Chain Management concentrations. Madeline Hayes, University Honors Scholar and Microbiology Honors Scholar, Microbiology major and Biochemistry minor. Amy Henderson, University Honors Scholar, Equine Science major. Alexandra Marie Hickey, University Honors Scholar, wait for it, Biomedical Sciences major and German minor. Samantha Ingram, University Honors Scholar, Psychology major with General Psychology concentration, summa cum laude. Melissa Christine James, University Honors Scholar, Civil Engineering major. Carlos Jaquez, University Honors Scholar, Health and Exercise Science major with Sports Medicine concentration. Brittany Kemp, Biomedical Sciences Honors Scholar, Biomedical Sciences major, cum laude. Zach Conrad, University Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with Finance concentration and Language, Literatures, and Culture major with Spanish concentration. Nathaniel Scott Lake, University Honors Scholar, Communication Studies major and Religious Studies minor, magna cum laude. Zoe Ladani, University Honors Scholar, Biological Science major and Art major with Painting concentration, magna cum laude. Felicity Leonard, University Honors Scholar, Zoology major. Preston Malenke, University Honors Scholar, Psychology major with General Psychology concentration. Carly Adele Marquis, University Honors Scholar, Human Development and Family Studies major, and Gerontology minor, magna cum laude. Jennifer Mary Maydew, University Honors Scholar, art major with fibers and art education concentrations, summa cum laude. Wow. Lauren Meyer, University Honors Scholar, journalism and media communications major, and business administration minor, cum laude. Kiera Murphy, University Honors Scholar, biomedical sciences major, and history minor. Will Pearson, University Honors Scholar, computer science major. Allison Peterson, University Honors Scholar, ecosystem science and sustainability major, and political science minor. Tierney Riley, Business Administration Honors Scholar and Students First Scholar, Business Administration major with supply chain management and accounting concentrations, cum laude. Krista Lee Ruther, University Honors Scholar, English major with creative writing concentration. Consuelo Reyes, University Honors Scholar, natural science major with biology education concentration. Alexis Ross, University Honors Scholar, journalism and media communications major, and languages, literatures, and culture major with Spanish concentration, cum laude. Beatrice Rudolph, Art Honors Scholar, Equine Science major, Art major with studio concentration, and Business Administration minor. Halden Schnell, Political Science Honors Scholar, Political Science major, and General Sociology and General Philosophy minors. Who? Are you out of order, honey? Did I skip you? I'm sorry, what? Wow, what's happened here? Sorry. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, they didn't. Shelby? Okay. Shelby Ayano Schaub, I'm sorry. University Honors Scholar, Hospitality Management major, and Business Administration minor. Maya Christine Sens, University Honors Scholar, Biological Science major. Mia. I know. Did I say Maya? It's all good. Mia. No, I even asked her how to pronounce it, and she told me, and I messed it up. Sarah Ashley Slack, University Honors Scholar, Biomedical Sciences major, cum laude. Kira Nicole Smith, Microbiology Honors Scholar, Microbiology major, and Business Administration major with accounting concentration, magna cum laude. Megan Steele, University Honors Scholar, Equine Science major, summa cum laude. Charles Tolan, Business Administration Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with accounting and finance concentrations. Allison Weaver, University Honors Scholar, History major with General History concentration and International Studies major with European Studies concentration and International Development minor. Alexandra Webb, Anthropology Honors Scholar, Anthropology major. Chase Wesley, University Honors Scholar, Biomedical Sciences major, Biomedical and Molecular Biology minors, magna cum laude. Chase. And last but definitely not least, Alexander Weaver, University Honors Scholar and Business Administration Honors Scholar, Business Administration major with accounting concentration. Thank you, and we will miss you, everyone.
Congratulations, graduates, on your outstanding accomplishments. Your future prospects are boundless, and we wish you every success. It is our hope that the honors program has helped you develop the skills needed for the challenges that lie ahead. In closing, I would like to acknowledge several people who have contributed in very important ways to the honors program. I want to thank Jenny Fanning from University Development. I wish to thank the honors program staff for their help in organizing the ceremony, and those people are Cindy Adamy, Judy Bryant, Diane Burton, and Jordan Irvin. And once again, thank you, Dr. Lawrence, for an inspiring address. And finally, graduates, there is one more thank you, and that is your biggest fans. And guess who they are? Please stand and acknowledge the support and encouragement of your families and friends who are here today. Good job, parents and family. We appreciate you entrusting your student with us for these last 4 years. They have been a joy and a pleasure, and we wish them every good thing ahead of them. They will do great, and I think they already know and have taken Dr. Lawrence's message to heart. So, we are done. We encourage you to hang around. We have refreshments in the back. You can take them out in the lobby area. We really encourage you to chat among yourselves and to meet the faculty, and we wish you having a great day. This is going to be a wonderful weekend. I'm sure you're going to be seeing them at the commencement ceremonies of the respective colleges. I know I'll be at 4 of them this weekend. It's part of the job. Anyway, it's one of the fun parts of the job. Anyway, have a great afternoon. Enjoy the weekend, and thank you very much.